My name is Puff Darlin, and I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I have a friend who had a kennel, and she started training service dogs many years ago, and I've been involved in assisting with that on a volunteer basis. I was coming back from being at the kennel to help with some of the puppies and that sort of thing, and I was heading back to my office, and I was waiting at a red light, and someone came along totally unexpectedly. He was on his phone and he slammed into the back of my car while I was waiting for the light to change. My injuries dramatically affected my entire life in pretty much every aspect of it, from waking moment to sleeping moment and from sleeping moment to waking moment. My ability to drive, my vehicle, and the ability to do what were normal things day to day in my life, helping at the kennel, helping train the dogs, even things like planting flowers or making the bed or getting dressed. All of them were impacted. The first attorney I had didn't do anything, and I started being unhappy about that because I didn't know what was going on in the situation. I didn't know what I was supposed to do or not do. I knew about Eddie. I ran into him years and years and years ago when I was going to the state's attorney's office for something. And he was just walking in the door and he chit-chatted with me for a few minutes. And I kind of sort of recognized him from TV commercials. And then my next exposure was Chuck. And several years ago, my friend who had the kennel where we train the service dogs, she trained a dog for him. And so when this came up, that was the first thing I thought of was, oh, wait a minute. I know Eddie, and I kind of know Chuck, even though he doesn't know I know him. And so that's who I called. And I know they do a lot of good charitable things. They have helped out with Project Chance, which is the name of the organization that trains the service dogs. And so that's where I went. I had a good feeling about them. They do good things for people, you know, from a standpoint like the veterans, the service dogs, different things like that. And those are the kinds of people that I like to spend time with. I like to spend time with people that, one, I can trust, but also seem to have the similar values to what I have. Andy Miller and Jennifer Susan Secure is his paralegal, and they're my team. They were fabulous. Andy let me know what was going on while it was happening, but also what was going to happen in the future without overwhelming me with too much stuff. And of course, in my case, it was fear of the medical profession, fear of going to the doctors, wondering what was going to happen to me. Jennifer was amazing. She calmed me down many times. She explained things. Andy, he kind of sort of in a way feels like your brother a little bit. They were very supportive. And when you're in a situation where it's foreign to you, it's really important to have people that understand what that's like. You know, you have these preconceived ideas about attorneys, that they're going to charge you every single time they do anything, whether it's a phone call or opening up an email or even listening to the message. And once I discovered that that was not how this works, it was a very freeing thing, because then I could call, I could ask all these questions and everything. There's never been anything that I've had to pay them up front or anything like that. It would have been a completely different situation if I'd handled this myself. I'd probably be paying bills until 50 years after I'm gone. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you for putting up with me.
It's our pleasure.
He was great. He really was. He was wonderful. And Jennifer was too.
Thank you. So were you.
She,
Real fun.
Yeah. I mean, what these guys did in those tense, horrible moments is what makes it happen.
It was our pleasure to help you. That's what we do. And I'm just glad that we were able to get you a good result.
Yeah. Yeah, that was wonderful.
You can bring your dog by anytime.
Thank you. You'll see me every Christmas, both of you.
Both myself and Andy, I think we found this case challenging and the results are very rewarding because we were able to provide the best that we could for this client. And I cried because Andy did an outstanding job, and then I felt that she deserved the best because she's just
Thank
a
you.
wonderful person.
Well,
I have
thank
a
you.
wonderful lawyer, and it was so good to see that this happened for a person that was one of our clients.
Thank you. Thank you
welcome.
very much. Hopefully, you will keep doing what you are doing.
We're going to keep trying,
Yes.
keep working hard.
And have people like Andy and Jennifer.
Yeah, we're
I
lucky
mean,
to have them.
Yeah, they were amazing. They really were.
They love what they do.
Yeah, you can tell.
They're compassionate about their practice, and they're compassionate about helping people.
Everybody in your office is like that. So it's a good environment. And you can feel that when you walk in the door.
Well, thank you. We need that feedback. So
Yeah.
we're trying to prove what we talk about.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, and you were that way with that time we met very briefly in the state's attorney's office. You were just a normal person. You weren't acting like, I'm a big heavy duty movie star attorney, you know? You weren't. You just walked up to me just like two people stand in an elevator or anything like that, just like a normal person.
I consider myself a typical normal person. I mean, thank you. Thanks for trusting us. Thanks for trusting us with your case.
It's finally over. And it's a huge weight off of me and my lifestyle. I have actually gone through having the surgery, which I never ever thought I would do. And Andy held my hand through that. Now I have a degree of peace that I did the best I could do for the situation and for myself and my family. And I feel very comfortable that they did above and beyond and more